Now, by the end of its last fiscal year, 1 out of every 5 shillings in revenue at Safaricom came directly from its mobile payment platform, M-Pesa. Between the end of the 2015 fiscal year and the end of fiscal 2012, M-Pesa's total revenue had not just doubled, but it's also grown from just being a peer-to-peer cash transfer system to a payment platforms for SMEs as well. With M-Pesa now poised to shake up the traditional financial architecture by enabling the trading of bonds, treasury bills and later on equities as well, should it be spun off into a separate company? That's a question I put to the company CEO, Bob Collymore.
No, we don't see the need to do that. I think other people might see the need, but that's driven by their self-interest rather than ours. We think it's got a lot more to achieve. Recently we launched a program with the World Food Programme. We were distributing food aid using the mobile phone in places like Dadaab because it becomes much more cost-effective for them rather than physically handling the logistics of delivering food or delivering vouchers, which sometimes is lost to corruption, of course. So we think there's a lot more to do. But having said that, 80%, 90% of transactions are still cash. So cash is still king.
And cash is the enemy.
Well, we always said, we've been saying for many years that for us, cash is the enemy. I know, other people think that they're the enemy, but it's not. I mean, cash is still king. And cash is very costly and it's very dangerous.
If we extrapolate on the vision that M-Pesa is building now, we're essentially looking at a future where an economy like ours can run entirely on mobile money and cash can essentially be eradicated. How do we get there?
Yeah, I don't think it will be entirely cashless. We can never become entirely cashless.
Not 100%?
No, I don't think ever 100%.
What's the closest we can get to?
Right now, cash is still 80 to 90. So we've got a long way to go. We can double what we're doing with M-Pesa and it'll still be 70 to 80%. So I think it will still be there for a long time to come.
Which brings you back to the question I asked earlier, because that then becomes a question of regulatory risk, legal risk, and so on and so forth. As M-Pesa grows exponentially, because it's growing faster than, well, aside from data, all your other revenue lines, at some point it will become the core or a significant component of the business. Wouldn't it make sense to at least insulate that to a certain extent, or perhaps split it off for better price discovery?
Certainly not now. Certainly not now. I mean, whether we do so in the future, who's to tell?
Final thoughts. M-Akiba, it's launching on the 21st of October.
I think they were the indicative dates, and I don't know whether government has finally landed on the date yet, but it's in the next couple of weeks or so.
Okay, so let's stick with that for the sake of argument. 21st of October. What should Kenyans expect? Rollout on day one, instantaneous trading.
Instantaneous trading. You register. You have to be registered in IPRS. So if you're not registered, you can't play. Pretty much all of our customers are today. You go on your mobile phone and you do star 899 hash or star 899 hash. You register, and then you can start to trade. But you can start to trade regularly, up to 140 shillings, which is
the daily limit, 140,000.
140,000 shillings, which is about
$1,400.
$1,400.
Yeah.
$1,400 per day, because that's the limit you can do on M-Pesa today. And you can trade as often as you like. You need to hold it for a short while, and then I think you can start to trade on the secondary market.
How much is a short while?
I think a short while is about a month or two.
Do we need a CDSE account as well in order to be able to trade?
It will be set up, the CDSE account will be set up from the data on the mobile phone.
So you already have that data, anyway. Right.
And so what we're doing with M-Akiba is exactly what we did with M-Shwari. We use all the data we have on you on the mobile phone, and we just use that as the access point into the service.